Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and also follow me on other social media platforms. So today I'm going to react to a video that has been recommended to me by YouTube algorithm. As you know, I am in the banking industry, so when this video came up, I thought yes, it is my interest, I should give it a go, especially this is an ex-banker from London. And it will be interesting to see what was the old school banking looks like and what will be the new school of banking looks like today. Alright, without further ado, let's go ahead and watch the video.
One of the things that happened to me quite early in my career that made me realise what was going on. I went to some basement with about 100 other bankers, and there were this semicircle of plastic chairs, and we all sat there, all men, and then these two women took out an assortment of marital aids and just proceeded to have sex with each other while people were doing coke and people were watching, and then they got some people in the front row and then just started fucking them. There's something grotesque about 100 men in suits watching two women going at it hammer and tongs. And I remember thinking, okay, this place is a little bit mad.
Okay, so in the very first few seconds of the video, he was describing the time when he actually went to like a party with his colleagues, and what he said was that there was marital aids involved. If you don't know, this is a very old-fashioned terms for sex toys. Straight away, I already infer this scene like something that I have seen from the Wolf of Wall Street. There are still adult establishments in the city, and so I wouldn't be surprised if it's still happening today.
I was an investment banker for 12 years between 1996 and 2008. It's an incredibly secretive world. No one really seems to understand it. I thought it was about time someone explained what really happens.
Well, so he was an investment banker in 1996 to 2008, so quite good timing, I guess, because that was when the financial crisis happened. So I'm really wondering if he was at one of the collapsed banks, Lehman Brothers. So it's interesting that he's coming out to tell his side of the story now and not before. Secretive, yes, up to today, I still think it is to some extent to some people who are not particularly involved in the industry. So if you are a student and you are from non-banking background, perhaps seeing something like this would maybe shock you. But at the same time, I don't think it is as secretive as, let's say, working for MI5.
The city is a place that rewards bullshit probably more than any other career. I couldn't believe the amount of money I was earning. Within about 4 years, I was earning 120, and my bonuses were getting up to 300. And then by the end of it, I was over 600. I always felt a little bit guilty about it. Like, why the hell are these people spending so much money on me when all I'm doing is pushing around bits of paper? It was a source of continual bafflement.
So clearly, in order to earn that type of money and that type of bonus, you do have to be quite senior. So clearly he was quite up there in the rank. He also mentioned that he was baffled by the amount of money that he was getting paid. I can reassure you that if he was getting less than the year before, he wouldn't be baffled. He would be very clear on his expectation, and he would make sure his seniors or whoever is paying him to pay him that money. And it is not true that bankers get paid for pushing around a bit of paper. They do work extremely hard, particularly when building relationships with the clients and making sure that you are on their beck and call. But then again, I'm very much speaking on the side of the M&A. He is on the trading floor side, so perhaps what they do is different, and that is something that I cannot comment on. Maybe he was pushing around a bit of paper, but certainly on the private side, when you're working on deals, it is not pushing around a bit of paper, I'm telling you. If it was, everyone should do it. But it's not the case.
It's the perfect job for a psychopath. If If you look at what psychopaths are, and I'm not talking about Hannibal Lecter here, I'm talking about actual, normal, everyday psychopaths. They are manipulative. They are often charming. They hate jobs that require serious qualifications. They are people who don't show remorse or have empathy. For example, if a company announces that it's going to lose 1,000 jobs, you might feel that's a bit of a shame, but actually in the city we would absolutely celebrate and reward that company, because that company is going to be more efficient and it's going to make greater profits. It's an industry that rewards psychopaths.
I do see the way that he mentioned of the psychopath and how they are charming, manipulative. Does it remind you of someone? Ted Bundy? Yes, he was charming, he was manipulative, but he wasn't a banker. I mean, companies every day, they cut costs. So to say that we reward every day for a company that cut costs doesn't make any sense. And also banks themselves also cut costs and laying off staff. So this type of decision is not particularly aimed at a certain company or a certain industry. It happens every day.
Insider trading happens all the time because people in the city aren't satisfied just with their six-figure salaries and their six-figure bonuses. They want to get even more money.
So insider trading is a criminal offense and is punishable by the UK courts. When this does happen, it tends to get a lot of news coverage. It goes into the thinking and the image that people have of the banking industry. However, what is happening now is that banks are transitioning into automated trading, removing human traders, and this is one way to mitigate insider trading risk.
I was playing for the team that was on the side of corporations that were raping this planet. I think on my deathbed, that particular phase in my life, I will not be very proud of. I sold my soul to the devil, basically. But I did get a good price for it.
My final thought is that what he's saying isn't something new for someone who works in the industry. We have heard all sorts, and yes, bankers do get the worst reputation. He is not the first banker that has gone rogue and did a tell-all interview. Gerard did the same a few years ago. He was the city boy and he did something similar. They were not the first and won't be the last. I'm sure in a few years' time there will be someone else will come out and do something similar. What I do find strange is that now they are talking about how bad the system is, how everyone shouldn't trust bankers, but at the time they were enjoying the benefits and the opportunities that it brings to them. At the time they had no problem spending this kind of money, enjoying themselves, buying lots of houses, enjoying holidays, and then a few years down the line say, oh, I feel guilty. I do find this behavior a little bit hypocritical. And I'm not here defending the industry in any way, but I just want to give a fair view for all industries. For example, I do think there are bad actors in other places. And of course, the banking industry is changing and is going in the right directions. You can be part of the change to make it a better place, or you're just here for the ride and just enjoying the benefits it brings, and then do a video about it on YouTube and, get the money from it. Either way, let me know what you think. Comment down below. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Follow me on all other social media platforms as well. See you all in the next video.